Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for staying with us. Appreciate it. Listen, it's 24 degrees today. I'm in the car, I'm not in the camper. And you can't help but feel sorry for people in vans at this temperature. What do you all do? Is it the insulation? Do you hide under trees? In carport stacks? I think there's lots of options, isn't there? Obviously you've got the expensive route of aircon. Not sure how that works with 12 volt solar. I had a problem with my solar. Well, I think I had a problem with it. So basically at weekend we're at Fleetwood having a good time with John and Andy, and I just said to Andy, "You ain't got a screwdriver, have you?" I said, "My solar just says 0 watts. It's a Victron, and it was just showing 12.1 on the actual like a readout I've got, you know, them little voltmeters." So I was wondering whether it was charging. So what I did is I undid the wires, allowed it to, that's how you reset them Victrons. Allowed it to do that, and then plugged it back in. Still 0, wasn't working. Anyway, my fridge was on and I just left it on, and I thought there's not a lot I can do. John said to me, he said, "Look, if you want to borrow one of these power banks, you can, see, you know." And I said, "Well, I'm going home today." I said, "So I could put the fridge, because it's a cigarette lighter socket, into the actual van itself." So that's what we did, but it did come back on. So I'm presuming with Victron what they do is when they get to a certain either temperature or fully charged, it cuts off. And for that reason, the reason it cuts off is to save your battery, which explains why it did what it did. Because it did come back on after I undid all the wires and, you know, scratched my head. Yeah, so going back, Andy didn't have a screwdriver because he's here in his micro camper. Well, luckily John had one. He's got everything in that van. You know, I got screwdrivers, spanners. He was even making a little shelf in his this weekend. Just juggling things around, I think, to make it feel bigger. He always feels like it's a small van. And but yeah, how do you get along in your vans? If you're living in them full time, do you get to the point where just simple things, laundry? You know, where do you store all your laundry while you're waiting to go to the wash house? So, you know, it's everything. And I was saying to my wife today, and I said, you can be under each other's feet very easily in a van when there's 2 or 3 in there. See, this weekend there were 3 of us plus 2 babies, but for a weekend that was fine. You're constantly throwing rubbish away, because if you don't, it'd be all over your van. So yeah, no, I'm just wondering, do you know it's 27 degrees in the car now? Oh my days, that's warm, innit? So obviously campervanners will have all the windows open, doors open. That's what we did. We had this back door open, front door open, so we've got a bit of a flow going, you know, because of the air, because of a bit of wind. But if you've got no wind, you're a bit stuck, aren't you? So yeah, so this is just a little update really of what we're doing with the van. Obviously we didn't do nothing over the weekend because we wanted to go to Fleetwood to meet some friends. And we did that. Fran subscribed to me Thank you, Fran. Yeah, so he was up there this weekend. I think he's there a couple of more days with John, so that'll be good for John, keeping company. John's waiting to come to Accrington for a job on his vehicle at the place where Andy works. Hopefully get that oil leak sorted. So, hey John, joking aside, you had a pan underneath your van. Be alright for oil if you want to cut your sausages. Yeah, don't use that. But yeah, it's just that I've got to. I had a problem with the fridge. I had it upright before we set off, and it was vibrating. The compressor didn't like being stood up, so we put it back on the ground, plugged it in, quiet. I wish to God I'd tried that before building a cupboard round it, because as you know guys, I'm not a wood person. My dad was, bless him, but he's not here, and my uncle, he's really good. I mean, if I let him dig my van, my God, it'd be something else. But I've got to try myself. But he is there, and he did say if you need any help, he would help me. Because what I'm going to get him to do is, but I'm going to do it myself. But he's going to show me. My dad's got a router table, and we're going to router the cupboard doors, just to put a nice edge on it instead of just being a rectangle box. I said I'd like to have them like a nice edging round, so I said, well, with your dad's routing table, I've got 80 and he's got plenty of bits, because I don't think my dad has. It's where he's everything, I don't know. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to give us an hand with that, and I could put some nice handles on and give him a nice coat of paint or whichever. Put my lighting underneath and just basically finish the van off. I'm contemplating, guys. I've got one solar panel because it was on when I got the van. I don't know what wattage it is. I've got the Victron solar charger that I've just explained. It's I think it's a 20 amp one. I've got I can't remember what the battery's called, but it's a good battery. Only got one. I don't know what to upgrade here. I don't want to be peeling the solar panel off because it's glued on. I'll probably end up ripping the roof off. Anyway, leave that where it is. I was thinking maybe doing what John's done. I think it's a good idea. So what John's done, he's got two separate systems, two controller panels. Let's face it, if one goes down, he's got a second backup system. I think that's clever. Yes, he could link them together. Yes, he could link them into all his power bank, his batteries, and have 6 or 7 batteries going all at once. But he hasn't. Two separate controllers, two solar panels, all going into separate batteries. You might think that's a waste, I don't know, but I'd be glad to know what people think about that, because it'd be interesting to see if it's the right way to go, because I looked at it and I was quite impressed, because I said to him, he was on 13.1 all the weekend, no dipping, nothing. I mean, alright, we're nice and sunny, so he's getting plenty of solar, but I was impressed. And I can't remember what he was getting off the other one, because it was round the corner of the door, if you know what I mean. But I don't know what controllers he's using, whether they're MPPT or whether they're just normal ones. I'm not sure, but anyway, it works for him. He's got power banks as a backup. You know, it works for him, and I can't remember what he's got on it now. He's also got one that charges from the van battery. I think it's called Bluetti, and that, I think that charges the Bluetti 1800 watt charger. That guy's got some power. He really has. Yeah, he has. But Andy, on the other hand, in his micro van, because I asked him if he was going to put a solar panel in, and he says, well, I want to keep it as selfie as possible. He says, and I'm only in it now and again. You know, it's only supposed to be a backup vehicle, so he's just gonna leave the split charger from the van battery to the camper van battery. He's just gonna. That's how he charges it, and he's got. So Andy's very clever. What he does, he'll park up overnight. He'll put a little candle on. And sit there in candlelight. He's happy with that. He has got lights in it, but he's quite happy with that. So but yeah, just have to you know, run his engine if he got low on power, but touch wood, it's been alright. So but yeah, thanks for subscribing to my channel, everybody. Likes and comments, you know, it's lovely to hear your comments, even if you think they're negative, and you know, you take on advice, don't we? We all need that advice. We're all learning all the time, and you know, someone might comment because it's a safety issue, saying, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and you know, you've not got to take it as a negative, you've got to take it as a plus, and then that way then, you know, you can correct what you've done, or they can advise you, look, you know, please try it this way because it doesn't work. That way it's dangerous over voltage or whatever, or you know, or Bridget cooking with a curtain above. John was trying to give us some friendly advice, you know, because he said, Stephen, he says it's going to set on fire. He said Bridget's cooking far too high with that flame. But yeah, no, it's right, I understand. Yeah, I'm at work now, guys. I'm going to go and do a couple of hours on this bus, do a couple of trips. But what's your views on van life? I've got an house, it's only rented, me, the wife, 2 kids and an 18-year-old daughter as well. I'm so tempted, but it's making it work. But my vehicle, even though it's quite big, I don't think we'd be able to live in it full time. I think it'd be a struggle. But it's definitely something I'd like to try. But then there's trying, you can't go back, can you? Well, you can go back, but it's a lot of money to spend. I was thinking of, I don't know your views on this, I was thinking of a double decker. Downside to a double decker is trees, parking in these lovely beauty spots. You're going to stick out like a sore thumb as well, and probably upset the residents. A big double decker bus parked outside, seafront, and all they can see is side of your bus. Yeah, I know what a lot of you'll say, tax issue or whatever, but I like Andy's rule: 2 nights, move on, don't upset people, and then they seem to be fine with that. Andy's had no knocks, so he says, he's told me he's had no knocks, no issues. Just that he did go up Rivington, and one guy had a go at him. Look at all these camper vans. I think there was only about 3 there. I think he were in a camper van himself. I don't know, but some people get upset about it. There's some people have to live like that. We've got to realise that. We've got to understand that they don't have a big fancy house with bricks and mortar, with a big high mortgage and energy bills, and they can't afford it. So we've got to take that on board, that when you look at people, they're one up from homeless, you know. That's all they are, one up from homeless. But they choose to live that life because they want to as well, not just because it's financially. Some don't get me wrong, some are doing it because of financing, but you know, my way would be because of financing. Sick of these energy bills, really am. I've got my water bill to pay again. Forgot about that one. Yeah. Difficulty in a camper with water. I know you don't pay for it, but you've got to go and get it. But it's free. Different views. I like what Andy says. Hey, I'm parked up here, he said, but they're not cut my grass, this council. I'm going to complain. I'm going to complain. Oh my days, my garden's not been cut. Yeah. Oh dear. We'll have to go up there where he parks and put a couple of flowers there just for a laugh, some poppies or something. You know, some wildflowers. You could sprinkle them wildflowers. He's going to go, oh, what council's done? Yeah, it'll be me. Oh, have I forgot my bag for work? No, it's here. Got my bag. I've got my jacket because my RVs is on it. I've got my jumper because it's 27 degrees. Anyway, you take care, can't get my words out. You take care, guys, in this heat, and keep yourself well hydrated with all that free water. Yeah. But other than that, so yeah, next time I'll do another vlog. Will be in the camper van doing the cupboards and that, and putting a new surround around this fridge that I've done once. Let's do it twice. Hey, take care, guys. See you later. Bye.